This episode is brought to you by ZocDoc. Let's be real, we have all put off going to the doctor. I'm too busy. It'll go away. No clue who even to book with. That's where today's sponsor, ZocDoc, comes in. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and book an appointment instantly. It is super easy, super fast. No excuses left. Just ZocDoc it. I use ZocDoc and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments. Go to ZocDoc.com/wine to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/wine, ZocDoc.com/wine. How did you get into the celebrity world? I would not know who any of them were. First of all. That would be the biggest problem. I cannot tell any of them apart. I would not know what they did. Yeah. I would be so bad at it. Welcome to Wine About It.
Oscar's here, everybody.
Oh my God. What an honor. I am so excited to queen out with you guys. Like, you don't even know.
Have you been thinking about it all day?
Honestly, for weeks. Since, like, you DM'd me. Yeah, I've been, like, counting it down.
Wait, okay. Introduce yourself. And then I have so many questions.
Okay, yes, of course. My name is Oscar. I am the co-host of the Just Trish podcast. Yeah. And Sparkle. Yeah. Like a little mirror ball or something. Yeah.
What do you want?
I just want to introduce himself. How did you guys meet?
Oh my God, it was so funny. So I have my micro influencer career as the co-host of Just Trish, but I have like a normal day job.
Yeah, the podcast does shit for
just
numbers.
a little program. But I do have a day job as like an entertainment journalist, and we booked an interview with one cutie Cinderella.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
I don't know if it ever. I think it got published on like the back corner of the website.
It totally ran.
Yeah.
But it's so funny too because I used to do a lot of red carpet interviews, but I kind of had been in retirement for like 2 years, and there was another girl who was supposed to do the interview with Cutie, but then she was sick, or I forget if she was sick or booked something else.
I think I was an hour fucking late or something. It was a me problem.
But you were very far at that. So the reporter who was supposed to do it that day, she couldn't do it last minute, and then I stepped in. But I remember being so awkward because I hadn't done interviews in so long, and like I was so rusty.
So an interview with Cutie Cinderella.
Yeah.
So an interview.
Yeah, so I stepped in to do that interview, and I felt so awkward because I hadn't done interviews in so long, and I had like just come out of retirement just that day, truly.
Really?
Yes, and oh my God, I don't know. I just remember being like so awk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna think I'm the biggest loser.
She's good at it, though.
Yeah?
I'm good at interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you PR trained?
No. No, I'm surprised you couldn't tell. I don't even remember what I talked about that day. I think Taylor Swift. Yeah, because you asked me about Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. We kind of covered the gambit.
So you did an interview with Cutie, and then what? You guys were just like, here's my number.
No, and then we
just years later.
Yeah, like 2 years later, then we became Oomfies, which was very exciting for me. Yeah, Oomfies, one of my followers, you know.
I followed her back. You didn't know that? You don't know Oomfies?
What is Oomfie? How do you spell that? What do you mean?
One of my followers.
One of my followers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've never heard that. That's so funny. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, then we became Oomfies, but I don't know. I've always felt like, you know when you just like see someone online, I'm like, I get the vibe. I feel like I would just vibe with them.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about, I mean, both of you, honestly, but Sister and Swifty dumb, like, yeah it really.
We do have a lot of Swiftiness in common.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's like really unites people, being a Taylor stan.
It depends on what type of Taylor stan.
True.
But you can tell what type right off the bat.
You met Taylor.
Yeah, I met her
Wait, before we get to that, mostly because I keep staring at it, your drink.
Yeah.
We ask all of our guests what their favorite drink is, and you chose
an Olipop cream soda. Very random.
Very LA.
Well, they were in that TikTok war with, what was the other one? That with the vending machine?
Oh God, Olipop and the other one. Then they both have fiber and all that bullshit.
And probiotic or prebiotics. I don't know, but that's what
Poppy?
it really. Yes.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And I don't know, Olipop got messy and was like commenting and on all the vending machine TikToks, and I appreciated about that. I appreciated them for that. So
you like the messiness.
I like a messy girl, you know. Yeah. So yeah, they sold me on the cream soda.
I don't know if I've ever had a cream soda. So is this like good for you?
Well.
Okay.
Oh, how cute.
Oh yeah, I picked these out just for you.
Did Ted Nivison have these glasses or
No.
Wow. Okay,
he
that
had
was
the green
that was
glasses.
the test.
Yeah, I picked him out glasses too. So these are supposed to be like the healthy sodas, but
Yeah, kind of sort
yeah.
Yum. Oh my gosh.
Do you like a sweet? I like a sweet.
I don't know why it's obviously going to be creamy. I didn't expect it to be creamy just because of the color.
Yum.
It's good.
Right?
Okay. Love it.
Work. Yes.
I like a cream soda.
Yeah, granted, I was like stressed trying to figure out what my favorite drink was too. When you asked, I was like,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's just like a me being like an overthinker and like, what's a cool answer to say?
We know how that goes. We're both a little
You're like vodka plain. 2 ice cubes.
Like, what's the LA drink?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always kind of have that like.
Right now, it's
internal
like
panic.
espresso martini.
Yes,
Everyone
very
wants
much.
an
I love
espresso
an
martini.
espresso martini,
exactly.
though.
See,
I
there
really
you
do.
go. Me too.
It just got to Texas.
Yeah, maybe.
It's already been here.
I love it. I love them. I love them. Cutie likes whiskey neat.
Isn't that a line a Taylor song?
Hosier.
Probably, but Hosier. No, but Taylor talks about her whiskey.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she like. Is
Yeah.
that why you like it?
Taylor is notoriously a wine girl.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why we have this podcast?
Yeah, actually. When I was getting attacked by the Swifties, did you see this?
Why were they
Thank
attacking?
you.
What?
Thank you. Okay.
Tea.
Okay. So I had a makeup artist in Vegas doing my makeup, and she was going on and on and on about how, she's going on and on about how she's friends of the friend of a friend with like the PR person for Travis Kelce, and to sell that he needs to just sell all the jerseys, and that it's a PR relationship, right? That's what they said. And this was like new relationship. So I go to TwitchCon. We're doing our podcast live. I literally started with, do you guys want to hear the craziest thing I heard today? That's my sentence. And everyone's like, yes. And I'm like, crazy makeup artist. You're in Vegas. Every makeup artist is kooky.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you're a makeup artist in Vegas, probably have seen some kooky shit, which has now made you kooky. Like, that's just, I get it. I'm also kooky. We can be kooky. But she's saying this stuff, and I repeat it, right? The Gaylors get a hold of it.
Mess. Okay.
Gaylors get a hold of it.
Messy.
And they just start, they think I'm one of them. Which means that the normal Swifties are pissed at me. And then like other Swifties that are just like because like the Travis, the Joe Swifties are mad at me. The ones that think it's a PR relationship are also mad at me. The one that people are like, you're gonna ruin that girl's job. I'm like, who? The
makeup artist.
If it's a PR relationship, that's her fault to begin with. Like if the PR person set up a PR relationship and leaked, she's a bad PR person. She should be fired. What do you?
Kind of
and
spilling,
also
yeah.
like. My sources that I cited was a crazy lady who told a crazy lady who told a crazy lady who told a crazy lady. So I don't know why anyone's losing their job. It feels like not my problem. Okay? And maybe that's privilege.
Oh my God.
But like I'm just telling a crazy story.
Yeah.
Swifties are ripping me a new asshole.
Oh my God.
Like they thought I was flying home from Vegas. There were people being like, I hope your plane crashes. And I was like,
isn't it the worst when it's like your own community?
my
like,
own kind.
Trust me, I get it. When they're like, you're supposed to be my people. Why are you mad at me? Like, and I am like a veteran Swiftie. I was on the front lines. You know what I mean?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I was like, how dare you?
I paved the way for you new ones,
Yeah,
So,
I was there for the foot stuff. I've been here.
Yes.
I've been here.
What?
Debut is very foot focused.
Yes.
We don't know why.
What foot? What's
Her feet.
She likes to be barefoot.
Oh, she just like shot her feet a bunch.
Yeah.
What's debut? Is that a song?
That's her first album.
First
Yeah.
album. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's fine. We're all different.
I'm caught up.
You're good.
Don't worry.
Anyway, they're ripping me new. I'm like, I was like, okay, number one, I'm the president of the fan club, so I don't know why you guys are coming at me. Like, chill. Number two, do you want me to rename my dog, who's 14 years old? Do you want to, like, I've been here. Like, for all 18 years of her career, I have been here. So stop it. Stop this. Like, I literally, like, I wasn't taking any of their shit. How dare you? Like, go f yourself taking something out of context, blah, blah, blah. And I actually reached out to, man, I'm forgetting his name right now, which makes me horrible. But one of the co-hosts of Evolution of the Snake, and I was like, because he gets put under fire all the time for his takes, right? And so I reach out and I'm like, hey, what the hell do you do here? And he was actually really sweet about it. He was like, okay, you gotta like, just ignore him. And I'm like, okay, I should have known that. But like, this is my kind.
No, it's like you expect it from them the least. And it does sting.
I'm constantly defending the Swifties, saying they're not crazy. And then all of a sudden they're coming at me.
Yeah, but
they were
different.
mad at you because they thought you thought she was gay?
Yeah, in a very short way.
Yeah, a very roundabout way.
Okay.
Or they thought that I thought that it was a PR relationship.
Okay.
And they're just mad about that.
Yeah. because there's a lot of different subsections of of Swifty, so it's rough because it is such a large community now. The last time it's different.
So you've been around too.
Yeah, the last time I got it from my own people was I was the one that had to break the news that Joe and Taylor broke up. Like I was the one that tweeted it for like my job.
On like E-News?
It was like, yeah, so they gave it we got the reporting and it was like,
you were like, this can't be true. Gasp.
Pause. Sorry, is Joe the one from You?
Joe Goldberg?
I can't tell any white male actors apart.
Honestly, you're valid.
Wait, is his name Joe in the show? Is that why I have that f***ed up?
Yeah.
Who's Joe?
Joe.
I
said
like,
he's
it's the
the blonde
actor in the
one.
show.
He's blonde. He looks like a plain loaf of bread. He was never impressive to me.
Yeah.
Joe Alwyn.
And he's not really been in anything that would be like, iconic. So
he's like
kind
fine. He was like so fine for me.
Wait,
Yeah,
did
it's
she date
vanilla.
the guy from You ever?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Blake Lively did.
Oh.
The guy from You is in Gossip Girl. He's Dan.
Dan. Okay. I see. Joe Alwyn.
Joe,
I
he's
see him.
fine.
He's fine.
He was
yeah.
always fine. I didn't really.
Was he nice to her or no?
Yeah. I
Fine.
mean, obviously people go back and kind of find things where like, they think that, the
the restaurant thing?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that one?
There's a lot of like people always pull up things and re-examine them with like a new lens
You
of
can't
like,
tell me
she
what
wasn't
sad
happy.
means.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were working for E-News.
Entertainment
You got
Tonight,
the
but
memo.
same thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
my bad.
Entertainment
same
Tonight.
thing. Yeah.
You got the memo. They were like, they broke up. Who
Yes.
knows that? Who got told? How do you know that that's true?
It was
Joe called.
Actually, no. It's like source reporting or whatever, but you can. I don't know. I can't really say it, but when it's
You know
depending
what
on who it
sources
comes
to
from.
trust,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, exactly.
It's like if
see.
my agent were to call and be like, "Oh, Cutie and Ludwig,
Sure.
she's
okay.
now with Brad Pitt." Like,
yeah.
Okay, and
I
do
should
they
get my
get,
agent to start lying for
do
me.
they get
Honestly, team.
paid? Do the sources get paid to tell news outlets that?
No.
They just say it for fun?
Yeah, just to like, and
it's all PR.
It's all PR, and you have to like know which ones you go to. Like, there's certain outlets that are like celebrity friendly, like a People magazine or like a ET, where like they work really closely with like the representation. So like they wouldn't publish like random
Compared
fake
to
stories.
TMZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say it.
Yeah, you gamed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got the reporting in, and I was the one that had to like tweet it, and then the Swifties kind of know that I work there, and then I even quote tweeted it, and I was like, damn, and my personal note was like, I hated that I had to break this news, you guys, and then they were on my ass for like a week because they
You
didn't
did
believe it. They were like, you nasty evil gay man, why are you spreading these rumors?
Yeah.
Because Joe didn't go to the Eras tour. No, they're stronger than ever. They're in love.
Yeah, we saw them at Easter together. Yeah.
Yes, and I was the enemy. And then now every time it's the anniversary of the Joe and Taylor breakup, they quote tweet and like, damn, we were really wrong
How
for
long
this.
is it? It's been a long time.
I think 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, sorry. I thought it'd been
Yeah.
longer.
I mean, Taylor's usually pretty like vocal about her breakups, and this one, like, she just like kind of, I don't think she ever confirmed.
It just kind of
She never just said we broke up.
And then ended up with Maddie Healy, and then that's how we kind of knew.
I want your opinion on that. Sorry, Maya.
I know.
We'll be done with the Swifty talk soon. I just need. She's Googling Maddie Healy.
I kind of wish I had your brain though, Maya, because
Yeah, that guy.
I would love to not know some people.
How old
you
is
know?
he?
That is the.
Oh, sorry.
They're the same age.
Yeah, I think he's what 30.
This is just a crazy picture of him.
Yes, that photo does.
That
haunt
one
him.
mouse he's designed after, right? What's the mouse?
Oh, what mouse?
There's that mouse. Google Maddie Healy and then type mouse. You're gonna see him. No, Maddie Healy's not designed after the mouse. The mouse,
The mouse is designed after Maddie.
Yeah, there he is.
Flushed
From
away.
Flushed Away, he's
Yeah.
designed after Maddie Healy?
I don't know if that's
Oh.
made up, but I
Did
would
it-
like to believe it.
We're spreading misinformation. It does not look like he does not look like this guy.
Yeah, he does.
I
No,
kind
it
of
doesn't.
see it.
Oh my god, I see it so much.
Yeah, I see it a little bit.
Wait, it was actually based on
Okay, T.
from this one website is my source. Is BuzzFeed? They're trustworthy.
Okay, yeah, that's journalism.
Sometimes, yeah.
Journalism.
Maddie Healy. You know, I'm a supportive friend. You know, like I see a girl, and I'm very like I love supporting women. I love having girlfriends, and I've seen so many of my girlfriends have like the worst rebound ever, and I have to just, there's nothing you can do. You have to watch from a distance and just let nature take its course. Like, I know you're not going to end up with this guy, but you have to find out that you're not going to end up with this guy. And that's what happened. Yes.
With Maddie Healy.
Yes.
With Flushed Away.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically.
This episode is brought to you by ZocDoc. Excuses. We all put off going to the doctor. I totally get it. Booking an appointment can be a pain, but that is exactly why today's sponsor, ZocDoc, exists. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, and you can book an appointment instantly. It is super easy and super fast. No excuses left. Just ZocDoc it. You can filter by what you need, who takes your insurance, and who actually has availability. That means no calling around. It means no weird paperwork. All you have to do is tap, book, and you're done. So the next time you're about to make an excuse, don't. I use ZocDoc and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments. You can go to ZocDoc.com/wine to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/wine. Again, ZocDoc.com/wine, WINE, ZocDoc.com/wine.
He was the rebound after this relationship of like 6 years. So
But he was like, they had like
Poor guy.
dated before, like secretly, and then she
Yeah.
breaks up and she goes back to Maddie Healy and she's fresh out the slammer.
Situationship.
very much
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Rebound.
Which
yeah.
led to some of the best situationship music that's ever been written.
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of people don't write about situationships well.
Yeah.
Taylor did it.
Okay.
That bitch.
And but I am on the record saying that I think she should date Travis Kelce before they dated. I
What?
just, yes,
The prophet.
yes.
How?
Because he had talked about her like having a crush on her or something, and I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
Taylor, this is the guy for you. Like, this is the one that you have to be with.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I feel like you're probably the same way.
They're
I just
in
kind of know
love.
her.
I don't know that one. I mean, I feel like I am a freak when it comes to Taylor, but I do feel like we would vibe it out. But like,
Cutie wasn't actually when that first came out. You weren't into Travis Kelce.
No, he's like,
Yeah,
Really?
She was
Yeah.
just like, like whatever. I don't know if they're dating or not. I don't really care. I don't think he's
well,
that hot.
I don't really. The thing is, I don't super care about like I'm sure you're the same way. I don't really super care about her relationships as long as she's happy. I don't give it. Even when people are like, Maddie Healy, he's so gross. I'm like, if she's happy, she's happy.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
He's not gross.
No, he has like some takes that are pretty bad. He's been crass and racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been edgy on top
bad.
of that.
Yeah, he's a little edgelordy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but people were like revolted. They were like, "Fuck it," blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, let her do her thing.
Right.
Yeah, I even with the Maddie stuff, I was like, it's just gonna happen. You kind of need to date a loser every now and then.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
that is kind of what happens. So I don't know. For Travis, I kind of feel it, but people do get really intense about like the
Get
two of them.
weird,
But
man.
yes, I kind of just
They're
when they're
Get weird about
together.
relationships in general.
Yeah, like when they're out in public and being cute, love, support, but I just really go beyond that. Like I'm not.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like, I know what song, like, okay, this is weird. And you know what songs is about who, but it feels like lore. It doesn't feel like a person. Like I
Yeah.
see it as, like I'm not parasocial. This is where people get confused because I'm not parasocial enough to like feel attached to these relationships. I literally see them like I'm reading a chapter book.
Yeah, I feel
And I'm
that.
like, okay, this is Odysseus. This is like, this is the next
yeah.
one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. They just all feel like their own separate stories, unless like it's bad to see it as a person because then it's like that's when you start seeing it as like that's my friend.
Yeah.
She shouldn't date that guy. It's like no, just take it for the piece of art that you've been given and like I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that too. I think when I was younger, I definitely had more of the parasocial streak for sure.
Yeah.
But then you kind of grow up and you're like, she's a grown woman making her own decisions. So like, chill out, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It's hard being a Swiftie though because it's such a big community now that you do have a lot of like
so big.
Yeah.
So
I
when
know,
did you meet Taylor Swift?
I met her 3 times. Yeah, 3 times.
Wow.
The first time I just won a contest. I won a contest for
Cute.
it was Red Era. It's when We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together came out. and you guys remember Vivo, like on YouTube?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
a Vivo contest. Like,
Oh, what
it's
was
like
it?
on her YouTube channel still. This like video that we did with her. It's kind of like a collab where like they pick like 5 fans to give her an award for getting like 1 billion views or something.
That's interesting.
It was so random. You had to submit a video like, why are you Taylor Swift's biggest fan? And then I literally remember like what I did. I showed like every piece of like Taylor merchandise I had. I probably seemed like deranged in retrospect, but yeah, we won this contest and then got to film like a YouTube video with her, which was fun.
Okay.
And then the second time I worked at Access Hollywood, which is like the same thing as every other entertainment show, but I was also like writing articles like about whatever I wanted. Really, they were kind of just like do whatever. So I wrote an article about Reputation, and this was kind of like, you know, she wasn't peaking. She was I don't know. She was. It still sold well, but it wasn't like as well received as like other albums at the time.
When did she peak? What was the song that like made her a super
1989.
super
1989, yeah.
Okay.
It
So that
won
was,
the
like,
most Grammys. It was like
Okay.
Yeah, which
Out of
was,
the Woods.
like,
It was Blank Space.
Blank Space. Okay.
Yeah. What year was that? 2014?
I don't know.
I forgot.
But it was right. It was right off the heels of I Knew You Were Trouble When You Walked In. We Were Never Getting Back Together. So it was just like she was doing banger on banger on banger.
Yeah, and then she
And
was
then Kanye.
canceled after that.
What?
Yeah. It was like the Kanye West
I've
phone
definitely
call
told you
thing. I love it.
Oh, Kim.
That whole
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
But she wasn't. I thought she wasn't canceled. I thought everyone felt bad. 'Cause
Oh
she,
no.
At the time, everyone hated her, but it came back
but
around.
It was not true.
Yeah, it ended up being not
Yeah.
true.
But no one believed her at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
So,
it was really sad.
Reputation was like right after that. So
Okay.
I wrote an article just loving it, and she really liked it, and she's very personal. Like she is the one that like approves all her posts and everything. So like she used it as like one of the quotes, like my article as one of the quotes to promote like Reputation on
That's
like
sick.
Instagram and stuff. And then once the tour was announced, like her team invited like journalists who just covered Reputation to come like meet her. So I went to like, I think opening night was like in Arizona or something, and I like went there and met her, and she was really nice, like the sweetest. I was so like cringy again in retrospect, but
I hate when that
I hate
happens.
it. I was like, oh my God, thinking about it makes me want to like hang myself in here. 'Cause I was like, oh my God, Taylor, like I can't even look at you. Like my wig is incinerated. Wig was popular at the time, but
Yeah.
like, oh my God, thinking about it, I want to die. She definitely giggled, so she was
Yeah.
kind of living at the time, but it's so cringy. It's so cringy.
It sucks.
Was it recorded?
Thank God it was not, because I
Yeah.
literally it would be over. Like it would be so over for me. That would be my cancellation, I fear.
Like, I'm out.
And then the third time was for Lover. It was very weird and specific. Like she was doing like a radio acoustic performance, and then they just like, I remember I got the text from a publicist like, hey, are you in New York? And I was like, I can be. So like I flew out to New York, and then she did this like acoustic set, and then she was so nice. Like they didn't know where we would take the photo, so we went into this like office kitchen. Like she was just performing in an office. She's like, we can just do it over here. Like she
Was it like the NPR Tiny Desk?
similar to that. It was like
Yeah.
Sirius Radio or
It
whatever.
was before
So-
Tiny Desk
yeah.
took over.
Yeah.
Damn, Tiny Desk. I didn't know you stole that shit.
And yeah, we went into this random like office kitchen, and she's like, we can just do it in here. Like, what do you want to do? So I think for us, I was like, I don't know, like whatever you want. And then there was like these pretzel sticks that were like really like, they looked kind of like cigars. She's like, what if we smoke these pretzel sticks? And I'd be like, work.
That's crazy.
Work, mama. So
Yeah.
that's what we did. And then it's funny though, because the ones where it was it looked too much like we were smoking the cigars, did not get those from,
Yeah, of
from our
course.
publicist.
Yeah.
But the ones where we are
That's so
playfully. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, you never know what you do with those photos.
So
That's so funny.
Is she like the biggest celebrity you've met then?
I think
She's
yeah,
gotta be.
yeah, she has to be. And I think it's funny, like it's weird because at the time, I mean, I've loved her forever, and obviously to me she was like the biggest, but it's weird post like folklore and everything, she's gotten so big.
She's so big.
So that like I know, like I was at peace seeing her like peak again. I was like, I am at peace knowing that that's probably the last time I ever met her, and I'm like very lucky to have had those
Yeah.
like 3 like wonderful times.
Yeah.
So I am just like, very happy to have those, and I see her doing other things, and I see her meet other fans, and I'm like, great. I've had my time, you know? So I'm very at peace with it. But
You've met her once?
I met her. I got wasn't the tea party, it was the Red Lounge.
Oh yes.
So I got selected during the concert. Yeah.
Was it like top 10 cringy if it was recorded? You'd have to hang yourself?
No, I wouldn't have to hang myself, but I was just starstruck. I just like didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish I would have said, like, this is me, you know, years ago. I wish I would have told her about my dog, because that's always cute, you know, because like that'd be cute if someone told me they named their dog after me. I'd be like, oh my god, it's the cutest ever. You know, and like but I didn't do any of that. I was like, I remember specifically I said, because I worked at Old Navy at the time. And so I was like, oh, like, she was like, yeah, exactly.
Cool.
She was like, what do you, like, she was like, nice. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, I didn't do anything. I wasn't very fangirly. Like, you know, I just am not. Like, I was like, nice to meet you. Like, so cool. You did a good job tonight, you know?
Yeah.
And she was like, thanks. Like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I work at Old Navy.
That's so cute.
And she was like, oh, I saw their commercials. They have the planes in them. Because at the time there was a bunch of plane commercials. And they like, it was like you would get off the runway, you'd get out of the plane and you get out. And I go, yeah, that's them. That's, you know. And she was like, I just bought a plane. And I was like, that's crazy.
Did not say that.
Yeah, she said that. I remember verbatim.
That's kind of fierce.
Yeah, she was like, I just bought a plane. And I was like, that's crazy. I hate planes. And like that, and she was like, oh, we gotta take a picture. And I was like, okay. And then we took a picture. She did have a camel toe in my picture.
Oh,
we edited it out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Did you edit that out?
I edited it out.
Okay.
Yeah, because they take your phone,
sweet.
they give it to you, and then they give it back. And I noticed, and I was like, oh no. So I helped my girl out.
That's nice of
This
you.
was red, or this was the high-waisted shorts.
Yeah.
They were high.
Way to look out for her, though. I'm sure she would appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
The Swifty segment.
The Swifty segment. No,
I didn't expect that.
I have learned a lot. You know, being friends with Cutie, I've learned more about Taylor Swift than I ever thought I would. I do like her music a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the lore. And I
love the lore.
Well, now I've been to 2 Eras tours because of Cutie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so I've seen her. I saw her in LA, and then we went to the last
I had to go to the closing show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the videos of it?
I saw kind of like I saw everyone who was like buying the tickets in the back and stuff. And everything. I did have FOMO though, so I tried to like not look. I thought I wouldn't, but the fact that she like changed the set and stuff, I was like, I should be there.
I was happy I saw a tortured postpartum, but like I'm happy girl ended there. She was tired.
Yeah.
I would be tired after one.
After LA,
I can't imagine.
Like we saw her in LA and it was like just energy. And then Vancouver, I was like, girl needs to go home.
Yeah,
She's gotta go home. How do you do that?
Wow. Okay. So Taylor Swift. Other celebrities. So how did you get into the celebrity world? Do you like it? Do you like them? Do you hate them? What is it like?
It's like I hate him, and then loses his job.
Oh my gosh, I knew from when I was a very young boy that I love to gossip, and I love celebrity gossip. I really have since I was a kid. Like I was reading all the little magazines at the grocery store. I was watching all the entertainment news shows like at night. Like it really is one of my passion, pretty much my only passion. So it kind of was like the only thing I knew that I wanted to get into. I ended up interning in college. I grew up in LA too, which also helps a lot because it's very accessible, you know?
Yeah.
But I got an internship, ironically, at the place I work at now, Entertainment Tonight. And I just like was so passionate. I was doing like the most boring jobs. Like I was watching, like listening to interviews, and this was pre like AI and stuff, so I had to like transcribe it by hand.
Yeah.
So I was like typing out the interviews, but I like loved it.
Yeah.
And as a little treat, we got to like go to events and stuff. So I got to do like the Hunger Games premiere back in the day and stuff. Yeah, so there were some perks. There were definitely some perks, and I was like, this is it. This is everything I want. So once I graduated, I was like lucky enough where like I just was such a kiss ass, like everyone there, that they thought of me when they had an opening. And it paid off. I was just being sweet, you know. I was just
People
like, you know,
underestimate how much just being nice pays off.
And just crazy. Being like thoughtful and conscientious, you know. Like when I left, ironically, also learned from Taylor, but like wrote like little handwritten cards as like thank yous and stuff.
Yeah,
like just being
what Taylor
nice.
does that.
Yeah.
She's really thoughtful.
Yeah. Okay. It all kind of leads back
without
to her
being
somewhere.
parasocial. She just is. It's just one of her like. She's just known for that.
But yeah, so like once I graduated college, I was lucky enough to like start working right away, and then my focus was like social media, and doing like I don't know social media management for like entertainment news, and then I don't even know how it happened. I think they just thought I was like a silly guy, and they just started having me do interviews. I think as a gag at first, because the first one I did was like Kim Kardashian, and
That's
the
scary.
executive producer was just like this like East Coast straight man, almost like Dave Portnoy vibes in a sense, and I think he just thought it was funny that I was so like gay that I think he thought it would be entertaining if I interviewed Kim Kardashian.
Gay boy out there.
Exactly.
How did it go?
Honestly, she kind of lived for me, which was very nice.
huge.
Yeah,
I would pee my pants.
I
I'd
was
be so
like,
scared.
again though, like, and this it is on footage, like the footage is still out there. I was pretty cringy, but I was like, oh my god, like I would love to shake my salad with you and eat salad in Calabasas, and I kind of again sucked up to her though because I live like 10 minutes from like Calabasas, so I was like, yeah, like we're kind of neighbors. Like I was really laying it on thick, but she liked it. She was really eating it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that,
she's probably done so many fucking interviews that it's like you got to say something to
yeah.
wake her up. You know,
And,
I imagine you just go into.
And I think just like it's kind of a weird surprise to see like, you know, there's all these like real trained broadcast journalism majors, and then there's just this
that's
silly
nice.
kind of gay boy that's just like, yes, you know. So
That's so funny.
yeah, it's a little disarming, I think. But yeah, then I started doing more and more like red carpet interviews, and then because I'm like such a YouTube and like social media influencer kind of consumer in general, that kind of became my niche. I was doing like aged poorly, but I was doing like every David Dobrik interview. Like I was doing a lot of Vlog Squad.
Huge.
Yeah, at the time I was really living.
Those guys
you know?
are awesome. Yeah.
Did not age great.
sad.
Ironically, Trisha Paytas interviews though. Did a lot of Trisha Paytas interviews.
That's so funny. I didn't
Yeah,
know
so
that.
that's kind of how I ended up working with her on the podcast, because I was just like interviewing her a lot. Just like, what are you eating this month? You know, it was like so
That's
unserious.
so funny.
They literally just kind of let me do whatever though. So they were like, yeah, whoever you want to interview, go for it, I guess. So I interviewed her a lot. But yeah, influencers kind of became my beat. I haven't done it in a while though. Like after COVID, I don't know, I became so shy all of a sudden. I was like, I don't know how to do interviews anymore. And I'm a very anxious person, and the power dynamic when you do interviews is so intimidating.
Yeah.
So I kind of like regressed a bit in that sense, but occasionally I still pull one out every now and then.
Have you ever had any go like terribly wrong?
Honestly, not really. I don't have any like crazy horror stories or whatever. I remember I had to interview Sofia Vergara, like peak Modern Family, and I forget.
Oh my god, fun.
They wanted me to ask like, because it's like entertainment news, and it's like a little tabloidy, like gossipy, and I forget they wanted me to ask something about like her marriage at the time or whatever, and I remember being so afraid, but she was kind of nice. Like she kind of blew off the question, but she was nice enough. Honestly,
that would be hard.
That's hard.
It makes me so anxious.
So tell me about your current divorce.
Kind of deep, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel for like, you know, there's always entertainment interview clips that go viral for how bad they are, and I usually feel bad for like the reporter, because I'm like, I know that you're kind of being forced to ask this question, and like this is like your paycheck, you know. There's some clips where I'm like, yeah, you kind of just suck at
Are you
interviewing.
talking about that one girl
The
on the red
chaperone.
carpet? The chaperone. Oh my
that
god.
was so sad.
That was so sad when she who was she interviewing against? Stevie?
Babyface.
Oh, Babyface, yes. And she like blew him
I'm
off.
90% sure.
I think you're right.
Let me
I think
double
you're right. It was
check.
Babyface, because it was
Okay.
like producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, context was that she was interviewing him, then she saw Chapel in the distance, and he was like mid-sentence, and she was like, oh, Chapel, and like tried to get her, and like wasn't stop listening to him. Yeah, it was Babyface. That was hard. That was a hard watch.
That was bad. And like there's so many ways to like navigate that, and that is like a very real thing. Like when you're doing a carpet, it's so stressful because like you have the people you must get, and you kind of have to like you know talk in the meantime, but you just gotta do it in a polite way, you know.
Yeah, there's got to be a way.
Yeah. But for the most part, I try to like see it from their perspective because it does suck. Like you are standing there for hours before the celebrities show up. You know, you're out there like 2 or 3 hours before anyone even arrives, and like you're just kind of like, I don't know. It's a weird sensory experience.
It's also like a bit of a competition, right? Because everyone's trying to get her.
Yes, and then it is such a weird thing because then you also like don't want. Everyone knows each other. Like it's the same like crews and reporters.
Oh,
but
interesting. I wouldn't think of that.
Yeah, because they do all of them all the time. So you all kind of know each other. But it's like, oh, like I don't want you stealing my question. It's a weird, like friendly but competitive at the same time. It's
Weird.
it's
I don't
a
know
weird
if you're stealing each other's
dynamic.
questions. Don't you all ask the same questions?
It's like usually you can tell because if you're like doing it before someone, then all of a sudden they kind of like steal it, you know, or like we have your card. So if I have my card and someone's like peeking over at it. It's weirdly competitive.
Drama.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense because if you get just a slightly different answer that goes more viral than another person.
Yeah, and if the vibe
Yeah.
is different, but the vibe is better on another reporter, it's like, well, that's what people care about. It's pretty interesting.
I hadn't thought of that.
So bad. I would be so bad at it.
I don't know. I
would not know who any of them were. First
Oh yeah,
of all.
that would
be the biggest problem. I cannot
Yeah.
tell any of them apart. I would not know what they did.
Yeah.
I would be like awkward. I wouldn't know what to say. I would like panic and be shaky. I'd be so bad at it.
I think you'd probably be better than you think, but I think mixing every white person would definitely be trouble for
Yes.
you. Yeah, because they all
I'm
do
so-
look alike in your
Mostly,
defense. But
I think I do better with women. You don't think
Yeah,
so?
Yeah.
but you're still bad in general.
I am bad, but I'm really bad with white men. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
hard.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Benson Boone walking by. You'd be like,
I know what he looks
Noah
like.
Khan.
No. I can tell them apart. I can tell them. But it's like actors. I think is my problem.
Okay.
If we
No.
pulled them up, you would see it's like really bad.
No, I do feel
notoriously
you.
bad.
I even mix up. There's like.
Oh yeah, have you ever done that? Did you
not
ever
in
think it was someone
person,
else?
Thank
Oh.
God, but like I've posted it where, and this was like 2 months ago. I got who was it? It was there's like these 4 tall white blonde British guys.
Oh, that's
it's like
impossible.
Harris Dickinson or something.
I don't know.
He was in the movie Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
There's one that's dating Dua Lipa.
Okay.
There's another one that was in the beat and that's casting like the Beatles biopic, but they all are like they all are so similar. And then like for award shows, it's insane because it's just like you're posting from like 2 p.m. to like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And so towards
Plus
the
everyone's
end,
like dressed up.
exactly,
Yeah.
and you all you just look alike in general, let
Yeah.
alone like everyone's wearing
It's
the same
fair.
suit.
Yeah.
So what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I
They should
definitely
wear
was
name
posting
tags.
something. Yeah,
You gotta do something.
something or like a
We need to
different
bring
color.
back callers that walk
Yeah.
out and they're like, hear ye.
Yeah.
That'd be helpful.
Have you guys ever had like a weird red carpet experience? Because I've never been on the other side though. You know.
No,
I've been
me
on
ne-
streamer. I've been at streamer awards. That's the biggest carpet I've ever done.
Yeah, that's different. No, I mean I've done interviews that there's been times where I've been like, oh, shouldn't have said that. Where I'm like, well, hopefully
Sure.
they don't use it. Like, but not red carpet. I've never had to do that. I do want to host red carpet. That's like one of my
You'd be
agency and I
good.
talked
Yeah.
this year and we're like, okay, how do we get this bitch hosting? And they're like, well, first of all, you need to like be careful on what you say. And I was like, okay. But yeah, so I want to try it at some point. I think it'd be really cool, especially seeing like how Kai like streamed the red carpet at the
Oh,
Grammys
yeah.
and how it's getting closer and closer to streamers. Like my goal would want to be like, you know, the more like Kai's there to have fun and hang out with people. 'Cause a lot of people
Do
know Kai.
backflips.
Yeah.
People
All
don't fucking
over.
know me, but it'd be cool to like represent like, you know, a like Billboard or ET or E News or something
Yeah.
and be their red carpet person and stream it and maybe like co-stream on their channel or something
Yeah.
like something like that. I doubt it will happen, but
No, I think you have a very high likelihood, to be honest, because everyone's kind of moving that direction. Like
I do
everyone's
see
using
more and more people
guest
trying to,
correspondence.
yeah.
Yeah.
Streaming's
So-
on the come up.
we'll see. We'll see.
I have not done any red carpet besides streamer awards and the frickin' your gala. So only
Right.
cutie events. I have had bad interviews. I used to date a streamer who's like a big streamer, and I've had bad interviews where they only ask about boyfriend, which happens.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
But, right. Yeah.
What can you do?
But that's all, I think. That's the only bad interviews I've had.
I live in fear of it's like when you go and you walk like a premiere or something, and then it's like the Getty photographers are like just trying to get rid of you. You know, it's like, okay, we have freaking Ariana Grande behind you. Like let's speed it up. Yeah. Like that's why there is like this weird comfort, at least being on the other side of it, because you just don't have to like be afraid of looking really insignificant. You know?
Yeah. Did Noah Khan, did he write a song about that? Am I crazy? I thought he like wrote a song or like said something about being at the Grammys and just feeling super out of place, which is crazy because Noah Khan is like
he talked about being at the Grammys, but he doesn't have a song. I don't think he specifically has a song about it, but I know he talked about it.
It would be super weird having a come up that fast and being such what he seems like a normal dude, and then just being at the Grammys.
Yeah. And it's like any of those events too. Like Trisha always asks me like, why don't you go to these things or whatever? But it's like, it is so demoralizing to like be there and have like you're just in the way. Like you're just in exactly like no matter where you are, you're in the way, and like no one gives a and you're just like, okay, work, you know? Like,
it's fine, but it's like if no one's gonna give it like, and I don't need people to give a fuck about me, but it's just like I don't want to feel like a nuisance either.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been invited to some of the premieres too, and 9 times out of 10 I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go because it's like.
I have a question. Is a premiere like a movie, like the first time it comes out?
Yeah, they'll do like, it's the big event, whatever, where like all the stars will do like the press for it. And then usually, sometimes they'll like watch it in the same theater as like the crowd or whatever. Okay. Sometimes
but usually
they
like they leave. Yeah. They'll come in and like say a few things at the beginning and then leave.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's still cool.
But it's like does it happen in a bunch of places or that happens in LA?
Usually just the like Egyptian theater over on Hollywood.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll do like New York too, like a New York, for like the big, like a Barbie or something, you know, like the big blockbusters. They'll do like multiple, but usually just one.
Cool.
Did you go to the Eras Tour movie premiere?
No, at the Grove. That was another one where I was like, again, I'm like at peace with this not being my moment. You know? Okay. Yeah. There was
free candy.
I'm
sorry. I'm not trying to rub it in. Yeah.
Damn,
there was candy. I was thriving. Like free, like king size. God. And I was like, thanks, bitch. It was awesome. Nice clusters.
The girl that went for my work was in Taylor's theater too, so I was like,
oh really?
Double homicide. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, double homicide.
It was. I was like, damn, that could have been me. But again, at peace. Fine. Yeah, my moment has come and gone. There's very few things that like I care so deeply about that I'm like, oh, I need to be there. I really don't know when.
That's how I feel about most things.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, I'm just happy at
It was
home,
funny because even when we went to the final show, Eras Tour, I was like, that morning I was like,
could just watch it from my couch.
I'm like, yeah, I'll just watch it on TikTok. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like the last thing I was that excited for, I did Olivia Rodrigo's like Netflix premiere for like her tour, and I love Olivia. Oh yeah, you think you were there at the same night?
Oh, I didn't go.
Yeah. No, the show, the actual show. I was there. But I like love Olivia.
When Chapel came out?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And then awesome. I love Olivia, so I was like, I have to do that. So that was the last thing I was like, no, like I need to do it. But other than that, I haven't really done much in a while.
Do you have problems with ET and your outside work?
Surprisingly, no.
That's so interesting. I say really, surprisingly too, because
you really would think, but they have all been very, very supportive.
Like from an exclusivity perspective.
Yeah, sometimes people. There's a lot of in the entertainment industry that get really like.
That's nice.
Protective almost. Like they won't let you do anything else. They won't let you talk about anything. Like
wow, good.
It's very surprising.
If anything,
honestly,
it's beneficial to them that you're.
Yeah. At first, I was really worried about that. I think I was delusional where I was like, they're not gonna know I work. You know, when I started it. But I remember my manager at the time was like, oh, I saw a video of you on Reddit, and I was like, I was gagged. I was like, okay.
I'm sorry.
But he was like so supportive, and then they were so nice that they like let me adjust my schedule, because at first I was like leaving my office job and then going to film at like 6 p.m. you know, and then I was also editing the podcast at the time, and it's like this. We were doing same night turnaround, so I was like we. Do my day job, go film for 3 hours, and then do an all-nighter to edit.
Woof.
And then I would go back into my day job the next day.
Oh my God.
And I was like dying, and my manager was like so nice, and like they let like move my schedule so I would like have off on the day I was filming and stuff. So they've all been so supportive, and it's funny, they're all like fans of Trisha. Oh, they have like kids that are fans. So like they'll ask like, hey, can you get my daughter tickets to the
That's cute.
tour? I'm like, yeah, I got you. But
I don't want to ask you questions about Trisha because you're not her.
No, I don't care.
But can I just say, what is the tour? I keep seeing the posters. I saw you
Yes.
post a video, like you were like there, you were like Oscar Nation meet and greet or whatever, and I was like, cute. But I don't. What is
my
she
gosh.
She sings and Tana rapped Hefner.
Yes. Okay. Maya's in. Maya's got the
I know.
tea.
The funny thing is Maya knows YouTube way better than I do.
That's why I swear, like, I'm such a mix of the two of you too. It's so funny. Like, coming in, I knew it because I'm also like a pet tuber, like conservation girl. So love an aquarium, love a terrarium, you know. But then I'm also hardcore Swifty, so it's so funny. But
And just a gossip frog.
Yeah, she had a few. She had the Christmas tour, which was just the Christmas songs. And let me tell you, her holiday discography is pretty big. So
That's
it was
impressive.
Yeah,
So she just sings.
she sang.
Sings and dances and have
Sings,
backup
dances,
dancers.
yes.
Oh, wow.
So she did the Christmas tour.
I
That
always
was
see
like 3
YouTubers go on
stops.
tour, and I'm like, what the f are they doing?
Honestly, I can't speak for everyone else because I think a lot of other people kind of just like, you know, stand up there and like talk and stuff. But
I don't know.
she performed the Christmas songs, and then she did a Broadway show, which was like a one night only Broadway thing, and then now she's on.
Oh, that was one night only. I thought that was the
Yes.
tour.
That one was like a one night only. It was for charity.
Cool. Okay.
So she worked with like a company, like, and she got like Rachel Zegler and these like Broadway
I saw
girlies.
that. Yeah. Okay.
And that was
That's
like a
the one that I
one-night
thought was
only.
on tour. I was
Can
like,
you
how are
imagine?
they on
It's
tour?
Trisha
for,
and
like-
Rachel Zegler.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on? I don't get it.
Well, now she's on not the Eras tour, but the Eras of Trish tour.
Yeah. Okay.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
And
Well, you know, Katy Perry just called it the Lifetimes tour, so
Exactly,
you can just call it whatever you want.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But although
But
she did get the same outfits made, but I don't think anyone.
Wait, Trisha did?
That's so funny.
But she's like, well, no one's confusing me with Taylor Swift, so, which she's T. Yes.
Okay,
yes. So now she's on the Eras tour,
Okay.
and she is on that honestly until like a month before she gives birth, which is kind of crazy. Yeah.
Wait, so is she singing mostly, or is she like doing
it's-
sets or something?
It's the Eras tour is. She does have a lot of eras, honestly, now that I think about it. There's Christian girl era, there's goth era, pop princess era. Right now,
Yes. Okay.
she has the mommy pop era.
Wow.
There's a lot going on in there. And then there's a lot of random karaoke in there where she just takes requests. She feels crowd work, if you will, where
Okay,
she feels requests from the
I
crowd.
mean, she's got a
She's so brave.
gorgeous voice. so
Yeah, she honestly
so
she
brave.
can serve a vocal.
She can sing,
yeah, she
yeah.
really can. So that's the one right now. She's her LA show is coming up, and she's gonna do like a gender reveal there for the baby and stuff.
my
So,
God.
yeah, she's going all out. It is pretty impressive. It's cool. I've only gone to a couple of the tour stops, but it is cool. Like you do feel
Yeah.
cool. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just like
but
people are
no
so
one
nice.
would show up if we did a tour.
No, you guys haven't you done live shows or no? I could've
Yeah,
sworn-
and we were out there. We're like, tickets are $1 now.
That's
Yeah,
not
right.
true.
Come on in.
No, we did
Please.
a live podcast at TwitchCon, and there were like there were a few hundred people in
Yeah.
there, but it wasn't sold tickets. It was just like a panel at TwitchCon, and then we did our own live show the next year, and we had a tiny ass venue, and we did a second show because the first one sold out.
See?
They like us a
Come
lot,
on.
but we
Come on.
we could not be in like a theater.
No, we
No
couldn't
way.
sell out
No
a theater.
way.
I don't
We
know.
barely
I
sold out
think you
200
guys are-
seats.
Maybe in LA if we did it one time ever and we
We could
advertised
do it
for
at
a year.
Deco Den.
Yeah, we could do it in Deco Den, and we could have like a dozen.
Yeah.
Watch you have a capacity like nightmare situation where it's like everyone's
fire department comes.
yes shuts it down.
You guys are way
Hey.
too famous. I'm sorry. You're too clouded.
It is funny though. I think like Jake Shane is playing a huge like
so
theater. I
funny.
think he's doing. I forget what it's called now, but like the
Is he
Nokia.
doing comedy?
I honestly have no idea. I like want to go to other YouTubers like
To see
tours
what-
to
Yeah,
see
that's
what the
how I
hell is
feel.
going on.
I feel like they're doing sets. Like, I don't know, YouTuber. Like, okay, well, Tommy in it, that one's different because he went
He's
like
doing
as a
stand-up.
comedian. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
doing stand up.
But when I watched Trash Taste, because they're a podcast, they did segments. They did like trivia, and then they did.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like see these people you like do something.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck would we do?
Honestly,
What would we do? Me and you?
if we went on tour?
We'd
Oscar
sing
has to come.
I Love You, Jesus as a duet. We bring Oscar on and we do a Guess That Celebrity by Their Face segment, and Oscar loses, of course, and I win. And we could do trivia. We could do Family Feud in the audience. That's what we did at our show. We could do some crowd work, and then we could take karaoke requests, and we can go on stage and we can dress like Taylor Swift.
This sounds like a ticket, Mama. This sounds, yeah.
And then we can bring
ticket.
Tana out.
Why aren't
she
you
can
on
run
tour?
Hefner.
How are you recording the podcast?
Her schedule is crazy
Yeah.
because she was kind of smart. She booked it where she's really pretty much only doing weekends. Like she'll do Thursday through Sunday. She comes back Monday, and then we film Monday when she's back.
Wow. Dude.
Yeah, it's nuts. And then she has her Tana podcast too, and Tana's traveling. So kind of like how you guys do, where they stack like 10 episodes a day or something crazy.
So do you guys stack?
Not for us, no, because we're like our current events base.
Yeah.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like fun because like we're pretty like with it timeliness wise, but it is can definitely be tiring sometimes because it's like twice a week, so I'm like once she gives birth or when she's about to give birth, she'll do like interviews. She kind of got tired of doing interviews, but once she
What do you mean interviews?
Like we did like interview episodes where it'd be like we'd do like our hot topics, then she'd do like interview with like a guest or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
And she's kind of like burnt herself out about it with it though because she was doing so many. But once she gives birth, we'll have like we'll have some stock like interviews and stuff.
I can't even imagine.
I don't want to give birth.
Same actually, yeah. But
Separate conversation.
It's kind of nuts though.
She's very brave.
And she bounces back really quick. Like the next week after she gave birth to Elvis, like she was back and ready to film. It was crazy.
Next week?
The next week, yeah, we did like we stockpiled some videos. I think we did like Pokey and Ted interviews went up like the week she actually gave birth, and then the next week she was back to doing Hot Topics, which is crazy.
You're twice a week?
Twice a week.
That's what you said.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though because like I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, there's nothing going on. How the hell are we going to talk for damn near 3 hours? But God, we just be yapping. Yeah, it is. And it kind of flies by.
I was going to say, how do you find what you're going to talk about?
Luckily for my job, like I filter through so much like celebrity news and like gossip that like I have a good idea of what's going on in the sphere. And then always kind of mine for like the TikTok drama and stuff, which kind of gets me in trouble sometimes. I've recently discovered, but
why?
The last thing, it was kind of like Baby's first scandal. Michaela Nogueira.
Oh, I saw this.
Yes.
I missed it.
I saw her response
I don't
to
know
you.
what
I
it
watched the
was.
clip. I saw your clip before,
Did you get in a
and then I
fight?
saw her
We
response
kind
to
of
you.
did. We kind of did. It was my literally Baby's first scandal. It was like I had to do a whole apology. Granted, but that was my own free will. Everyone was like, Oscar, don't apologize. But I was like, no. I had a take about her. She did a video talking about Cody going to rehab and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, Cody Co?
Cody,
Me,
our
I have
husband.
no clue what's going on with See, she's
I
better
love
at
that Maya knows
influencers.
like all the influencer tea, and you're
I
like,
don't.
yeah.
I'm on TikTok.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
not.
TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she did like a video talking about, she was like, there was rumors about them having like marital problems and stuff for like a year.
Yeah.
And then she came out and was like, no, he's actually, my husband's in rehab. But
She's the one with the accent.
Yes.
The makeup one.
Come with me to Santorini, Greece. That's my favorite. I love her accent.
So good.
But yeah, I had a take about it just because I was like, this kind of seems a little product placement-y in my opinion, because she has that reputation of like just hawking a product and doing like a
I've heard that. Yeah, people are like,
so
Was
it was
it
like,
a get ready with me to like?
yes, it was a get ready with me. Don't laugh, cute.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I'm
back.
sorry. No, I'm sorry. You have to admit that's a little funny.
This like
It's a little funny.
It's just kind of bizarre.
It is
It's just
bizarre.
like
bizarre.
I think it's fair to say
it's
that
like, oh my
bizarre.
god, did you watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Or
Yes,
whatever?
it's very-
when she's like, my baby has respiratory
yeah,
issues.
and she's doing the TikTok dance.
She's doing-
Yes.
yeah, like
Oh, right.
yeah, like it's
There's something a little, like,
surreal, dystopian.
Yes, took
Yeah.
the words out of my mouth,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This is a little nuts." And then she was not happy, and
You bitch.
she was. I know. I couldn't even sleep that night. She went on a whole Instagram story tirade because, especially like, I don't know. You kind of forget like when you're talking about people.
That they can hear it.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I'm always like, no one's gonna watch this. Check this one out. Everyone's
No, we
kind
do it all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Or I do it. She's good.
I don't.
I do.
Yeah. I wish
You saw
I
me talking about Swiftology. Again, Swiftologist.
Apologies.
I didn't. Actually, you're fine. Love you.
Yeah, getting into
Stay
it
beautiful.
is rough. It
Yeah.
is, especially like a woman who also just gets a lot of shit in general. Like I'm very sensitive to like female influencers because I see it. Like I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know
We
how
do
any
stupid stuff
I don't
all
know
the
how
time.
any like women do it, and like it's especially in like with the Twitch sphere. I'm like I
In
don't
the
know.
male space.
Yes, that's why I'm afraid of Twitch. Like I told you guys off camera, I was like, I just can't be on Twitch. It's kind of scares me. Like I see everything Pokey goes through, and I'm like, what? I'm like, this is deranged.
Pokey
She
gets
has
the worst of it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. But yeah, so especially seeing like a woman cry over something I said as a man, I was like, oh my God, I feel terrible.
Yeah, you little fucker.
Yeah, like damn,
Yeah.
like misogynist, I
Yeah.
guess. And then so like I was very quick to apologize.
That's nice.
And there's always like and even if I like still kind of believed what my take, you know, because I thought about it, I was like, well, I still kind
Yeah.
of believe what I'm saying, but there's just nicer ways to say things.
Yeah, of
you know?
course. Yeah.
So that was
Really,
kind of like,
just like sensitivity.
Yeah.
It is a hard topic. It is-
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
But then everyone was mad at me for apologizing. But I'm like, girl, I don't know, whatever.
Whatever. 2
I'm
weeks
sorry.
later,
Yeah.
no one fucking
Exactly,
cares. Like that's
exactly.
the thing. Like it's so stupid.
Yeah, but
We're all a bunch of babies handling our shit over waves on the internet. Like it's just like
gag it. Yeah, that's so
sometimes
true.
I'm just like, okay, we all just need to take ourselves a little less serious.
I do think of the internet as one giant baby. Have you seen Spirited Away?
Yes.
You've seen Spirited Away? You know
No.
the giant baby in
Oh,
the
yeah.
baby? When I picture the internet, I think of them as that baby where they're like wildly unreasonable and sometimes really happy, and you're like, ooh, like that's so nice. I love that baby. And then all of a sudden like nothing happens and they're like throwing shit against the walls and like breaking everything and crawling on the furniture and like trying to kill you. And it just feels very overwhelming, and you're supposed to take care of them and love them, but also like they make your life really hard.
Yeah, that's why like I much respect to you guys, because I don't think I could ever do like full-time social media influencery kind of job, because like it is, everyone hates this. So there are tough elements to being an influencer or a content creator, you know, like obviously it is like a very privileged and nice job, but there are hard elements, like having everything you say be perceived, and like it's like
Yeah.
it is.
When I'm like, half the time I'm like, I did not mean it that way.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I understand why you thought I said it that
Yeah.
way, but damn, that sucks.
It's
Yeah.
kind of exhausting sometimes.
you know, what can you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna keep my like normal job, and like, you know, I'm
That's good.
just a working boy.
Do you just do 40 hours?
I do. My schedule, it's kind of crazy. I do Tuesday through Saturday. I work like my office job, like 9 hours a day, and then we film on Mondays, and that's like we film like Patreon too, like you guys know. So
Yeah.
it's like kind of like a 6-hour filming day.
Yeah.
And then when we do the second episode a week was new. We added that in kind of recently, because
Why?
before it was just interviews, but then we're like, oh, well, sometimes we can't do interviews. We'll just do like me again, when she does the interviews, it's by herself, but like when it's hot topics, it's like I'm in there. So then after I work on Wednesday, like my 9 hours, then we'll film before or after that, which is kind of crazy. So Sundays are like my only,
That is crazy.
yeah, Sundays are my
Brave.
off days, but
So
then I
brave.
stream on
Wait,
Sundays.
and now you're here on Sunday. I'm sorry.
You
No.
stream on Sunday. Oh, on YouTube.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
He's also here on a
when does
Sunday. Are you
it
acknowledging that?
end? Is it Sunday?
Yeah.
Does it-
Oscar.
No,
like
but this is, like I said,
Do you want me to
truly
call you a
an
boss?
honor. Trisha, tomorrow. I would
crap.
love for you to
Trisha, Oscar's been hit by a car. He can't come in.
can't
Beep.
make it.
That's the thingy at the hospital. Beep. He's doing fine. Beep. I don't know. Beep. Bye. It'll work.
Honestly, yeah, I think you could get me out of it for sure. Yeah.
I'm convincing.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But luckily, I'm at least like, I like doing what I do, so
Yeah.
that definitely helps.
It helps a
yes.
ton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you're miserable, then that's a whole other situation.
Which
there
is-
are obviously, I'm sure you guys know, like those burnout elements, but I feel like I get over it pretty quick.
We're also very lucky to have a job where like the output that you get is dependent on how much you're doing. You know, like other
True.
normal
Yeah.
jobs, a 9 to 5 where you have a salary. Yeah, you could be working 10 hours a day, but you're still getting paid your salary.
Yeah.
Like in content creation, you can do way more and make way more money, and that's like we're really lucky. To
we
be able to
can't
do
even
that.
complain. Like, you know, today we're recording however many episodes, and we can't complain about it because it's
right.
like we chose this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to fucking do it. Like,
Yeah.
how great is my job? I just get to sit down and talk to Oscar for an hour, and I get
Right.
to see so and so later, and so like,
Yeah.
fucking great.
And
That's
that's Ted
it.
Nivison, man. What a charming gentleman. I'm jealous.
That guy.
That is a perfect segue. Oscar, do you have anything to shout out before we go to the Patreon?
Ooh, Hassan, check your DMs. I DM him a
Girl.
lot.
Girl.
So I have a very complicated relationship where I'm like, damn, I hate stroking a straight man's ego, but damn. So I just blame it. I say I'm hacked, and I comment on his Instagram and stuff.
You send the message, I am hacked,
So
you're so
funny.
hot.
Very that, honestly.
That was so funny. That was my bit in high school. I would take
That's
my
so
friends'
funny.
phones and I'd text a boy. I'd be like, I'm so horny right now. ... Sorry, someone took my phone. All in the
Love
same
that.
text. I thought it was so funny.
Honestly, me
funny.
today DMing Hassan. So Hassan, check your DMs,
Okay.
and shout out Ted Nivison. Honestly, I
Okay.
do love that guy a lot. And
Huge.
yeah, that's all I really have to shout out. I guess
Okay.
my YouTube,
Yeah.
but most importantly, Ted and Hassan.
Okay. Check the links. We've got Oscar's YouTube down there. He streams on Sundays.
Yes.
We're gonna head to the Patreon, and I said this was the perfect segue because we are making you do a tier list of the hottest male streamers.
I have never been more excited for a segment in my entire life. I am
knew
so.
it.
Oh my god, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
We'll see you on the
Oh.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Goodbye.